All right, thanks, Dave. Well, our show is on the road today, celebrating the first full week of summer. And you know, summer means an end to school. Now, parents and children are spending a lot more time together. And John Bruce joins us again live from the Isle of Palms. Summer can be quite an adjustment, John.
It sure can, Laura, but if you're looking for a great activity, why not come out here at Front Beach at the Isle of Palms? You can take a look right behind me right now and see the waves a little high, so you're going to want to watch your little ones in the water, but still a beautiful day. We're just dropping and dodging a couple little raindrops, but the clouds starting to part. The sun hopefully going to come out in a little bit so you can spend time with your kids. But we really want to focus on that transitionary period between the school year, where your kids, of course, are going off to class and spending most of their time there, to the summertime, where they're home with their parents a little bit more. And it's that transition that can sometimes be difficult. And with that, we want to bring in parenting expert Bonnie Compton right now. Bonnie, thanks so much for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, tell us about that transition, how it can be difficult for kids and parents.
You know, we often hear more about the transition between summer and school, getting your kids ready for school. We just don't talk about the transition from school to summer. That's actually a bit harder for parents, especially parents who are working full-time. I think the biggest thing to remember is to have structure in the schedule, but make it a little bit more loose than the school year. Kids are so overscheduled, they're constantly in activities. So let them have some say, maybe some camps that they like, some activities, but let them make some decisions.
What are some of those activities that you can recommend that might be good for kids and help them still learn over the summertime when they really all they want to do is play video games and things like that, but you want to make sure that they're still learning those lessons?
Sure. There's so many camps out there. There are robot camps, science camps, cooking camps, drama camps, all sorts of things. And a lot of them are given through the county at a reduced price. Some are even free. And so you first want to find out, talk to your child. I've talked to so many kids who felt they had to go to camp. And their parents didn't even ask them what they wanted to do. And they really want to be involved in the decision. So you want it to be fun, but also a learning opportunity for them.
So it's really all about engaging what they want to do and finding something that's tailor fit for them.
Absolutely. Then they will cooperate with you instead of resisting every morning.
Which is the tough thing. I myself never wanted to go to summer camp. I wanted to stay home. What are some tips for parents there that are coming into that problem every day?
Number one, having the child involved in the decision-making process. And that being said, they still may say one morning, I don't want to go. And you acknowledge, I know you'd rather stay in bed, you'd rather play your video game. But we're going to do this, and then when you get home, you can choose another activity. Go to the beach.
If you are fortunate enough to have some time off to spend it with your kids this summer, what are some great activities that you suggest that you can do as a family?
I think being outside, number one, so whether it's biking, swimming, being on the beach together. Another great thing to do in the summertime is introducing your kids to volunteering, giving back. And there are plenty of opportunities, and so doing that together. Planning family vacations, kids want to have input on that also. And they really, kids, even teens, want to spend time with their parents. Contrary to what they may want you to believe, they do.
Indeed, I love my parents. Now, tell us where we can get some more resources, a guide for parents out there that may see this and want to learn more.
Through the county, they have a lot of resources in newspapers, magazines, online. There's listings for activities for kids, concerts, free concerts that you can take your kids to. Another fun thing to do that I used to do with my kids is let them cook. They would plan the meals. We'd switch for an afternoon. They'd be the parent and I'd be the kid.
Well, that sounds like a pretty nice break for parents as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They'd say, okay, now it's nap time, and I'd say, okay. So, yeah, they like to know that they have some power and some control and say.
That's the key. All right, Bonnie Compton, parenting expert, thank you so much. We really do appreciate your time. Enjoy it. And we are enjoying our time here at the Front Beach of Isle of Palms, getting those great tips. Make sure you visit the county for much more on that. But right now we're going to send it back into that dreary studio. Dave and Laura, sorry about that. Enjoy it out here.
Well, thank you so very much, John, and make sure that you stay away from the video games this summer.
Will do.
Starbucks kicks off their coffee beans in favor of tea leaves. We have news of the company's new plans. Plus, left behind, you leave the plane and then you leave your electronics on board. How do you get them back? Your midday consumer headlines coming up.